back, everyone, to my series Cricutmas in July. All month long, I will be dropping beginner-friendly tutorials that are gonna help you gain some confidence with your Cricut. For today, I am gonna show you guys how to use a pen with your Cricut so it looks like you personally wrote these envelopes yourself.
Now, is this something that is a bit time consuming? Of course, but is it worth it in the end? Yes, because you get that satisfaction of a nice handwritten letter. So if this is something you really wanted to learn how to do, I'm going to show you the way. Let's jump right into it. Now open up Design Space on your desktop, and on the left-hand side from that little tab, we are going to select the Shapes button, and we are going to pull out a square from here. Once you click that, it should appear in your canvas, and we're going to have to change out the sizing to the size of our envelope. If you come up to the top, you could see exactly where you can change the exact dimensions so you know it will align perfectly. And since we selected a square, it thinks we want to keep the length and the width the same, so you just want to hit the unlock button so you can change both sides. Now, based off whatever envelope you have, go ahead and input your sizing. Mine is 7.25 by 5.25. And just so you can confirm it's the correct size, you will see that the sizing is right on top of the shape. Now it's time to put in our recipient address. So we are going to go over to the left side and select the text button. And based off my video prior to this, a lot of you were asking what font I used on the name and the address. So the font I used for the name is called Amalfi Coast, and it actually is not a Cricut font. It is something I had to download off to font.com. Once you go there and you install the font on your computer, you're going to have to close out of Cricut if you already have it open, and then reopen Design Space, and then it will appear in here under System. Then if you're looking to add an extra flair to this and add those front and back tails like I did on my original video, you have to open up your font book, go and search for that text, and then you'll see the special characters in there, and you have to copy and paste. For this tutorial though, I'm going to hold off doing it just for time's sake, but if you do want to see that, make sure you're dropping a comment. Once you have your font in there, you can go ahead and scale it down to the size that you want on your envelope. For this little demo, I am going to be doing it on my black envelope, so I'm just going to change that pen color to like a silvery whitish color, whatever one I find closest to that jelly roll that I have. Also, a little side note that I like to follow by is that if you make your text small enough, it will not appear with those outlines, so you won't have to fill it in. So every time I do go right with my Cricut, I try to go for that smaller, daintier look. Now that I have the name all situated, it's time to go in and add in the address. So again, go over to the left side, select text, and then you're gonna have a text box pop up. Make sure you're changing this to the pen function, and then also change your color so you can see it on the envelope. And then the font I ended up going for this one is called Lelux's. I believe it is a subscription font for Design Space, so if you're not a subscribed person, you might not have access, but that is the font I ended up going with. And then again, I am just putting in the address that I want, and then I'm scaling it down, and I am kind of situating where I like it. Now, once you're happy with how those both look together, we are gonna select both the text layers, and then we are gonna go ahead and attach these two. If you left click, you'll see the attach button. Then while you keep attach selected with that group in there, you're gonna go ahead and select your square as well, and you're gonna go up to the top and you're gonna hit align. Once you get that, you're gonna get a drop down with a bunch of different options, but we want the center one so that our text is perfectly in the middle of this rectangle. So something I personally like to factor in is sometimes I'm gonna put the return address on the top left and then my stamp on the right. So I do want to kind of bring that text down a little bit. So I just do that manually. So if you come over to the right side and you deselect that square layer, you can go ahead and then just drag your text down a few notches. It really doesn't have to be anything drastic, but I do feel like the envelope looks more balanced when I do this because that stamp and return address do take up a decent amount of space. Now, if you're happy with how everything looks, we are actually going to select all those layers now and we are going to attach them. This just ensures that when we go to make this design, that nothing is going to move around on us. And just a quick little side note, make sure your text layers are set to the pen function and your square is to the cut function. Now, once you've clicked the make button and you end up here, I like to slide my design so it's by the 1 by 1. I've always just felt that if I line it up here, I get more of an accurate result than lining it up in the top left where they have you start just with those safety guides and all. And once that looks good, you can go ahead and set up your Cricut mat. And this is the white pen I use. They're called Jelly Rolls. I use the 0.8 for this one, but I usually get the variety pack when I order off Amazon. Of course, I linked it on my storefront if you do want this. Now, something really important you need to do is remove that blade from the cut setting. So we really just wanted that rectangle to be our model, so we knew we were perfectly aligned in the center. So getting rid of this is just going to allow that to fake cut. And as you can see, I loaded everything in and sent it all to go. And here you have it. Now, when I did these for our wedding invites, I actually did 3 at a time, which made this go so much quicker. So if you do want to see another tutorial on how to do that, make sure you're dropping a comment. And of course, if you want to add an extra little flair to it, I always encourage a good embosser. It literally is like chef's kiss to all of your wedding mail. And hopefully if you were able to follow along, you get something very similar to this result.
And that's all I got for you guys today. Make sure you come back tomorrow for Cricutmas in July, day 6.